It's been a little while since we posted a Chump to Champ episode, but in the last 2 months, I've been slowly and steadily working on unlocking Rasial. This is what this episode is going to be all about, while getting ready to take on the first Necromancer. Let's dive in. So I ended the last episode talking about how I wanted to get 1,000 inks. Obviously I did, and I've started the soul grind. So if we look at the Well of Souls, I am now at the tier 6 with almost 9,000 souls. So I can unlock all 4 of these abilities. We got Darkness, we got Spectral Scythe 2, we got Spirit Pack 3, and we have the Invoke Death Incantation. Still have to get the 35k, which is our next step. So let's knock that out. And this soul storm means 103 necromancy. That means I no longer need overloads in order to do the multiply 3 glyph, and I can update my alteration glyph in my cape to multiply 3. And when we open up the list, we will see that I can now use multiply 3s, so no more overloads to keep these glyphs active, and we can head over to the cape and change my alteration to a multiply 3, which brings me up to a 340% soul attraction rate and a lot more resources. So we're almost done with this ritual, and it's done, and that's an important one, because if we inspect the Well of Souls, you'll see I have 35,123 souls, which means we can now buy the split soul ability. And there's 104 necromancy. It's all done. It's all done. So I finished all my souls. If I open up this chest here, you'll see I have 45 greater ensouled cloth. I have 50 greater ensouled thread. That should actually be 45. However, you might have seen on Reddit, I was the one that had to put the post up because one of my boots of subjugation turned into greater ensouled thread for some reason. But I do have all the materials I need for all the tier 90 equipment. So what I'm going to do is start working on the requirements for both the tank set gears and finish up the power gear set. So before doing the next quest or any of the upgrade unlocked things that I have to do from Killy, I realized, well, obviously I knew that I already had all the stuff that I need to upgrade everything from my tier 70 set to tier 80s. So let's get over here. Wait, what? I forgot my thread. Round 2. All right, now I have my thread. Now I have everything that I need to make my tier 80 set. So let's make all of my power gear, death dealer equipment into tier 80 power gear, death dealer equipment. So we'll have a full set of tier 80 ready to go in order to do the Killy quests. So let's go do that. And there it is, upgraded an entire set of equipment to tier 80. So there's something cool that I found that I've been trying to do while rune crafting. If you come to this tile right here, it'll say fire party oven. You start right on that tip of the stair. What you can do is you can actually surge to this stairwell, but because of the way the character ends up going, he ends up surging across and diagonally. Let's see if I can do it. Boom, which takes out a whole lot of time on your rune crafting run. So if you get that down, the rune crafting runs for necromancy are going to be way faster. So it's been a little bit since I did that last clip that I just made, but the last rune crafting trip I did, I ended up doing something a little bit different where I clicked and I dove and I ended up going across and across in one click, in one tick, because the surge took me here and I right away hit bladed dive. And so you literally just saw my character teleport to this spot on the bridge and then fly across. So I'm going to see if I can get that working again. There it goes. That's pretty cool. So that takes out a whole lot of time on your rune crafting trip if you do that right. So I realized I really didn't explain exactly what happened very clearly. So basically the idea is using a surge and bladed dive in one tick. Since you're over here and you click over here, your character already turns into this angle right here where he's facing this way. So what ends up happening is he ends up surging through this wall and ends up on this bridge. And then since you did bladed dive right away, your characters are already over here. So he teleports over here and then flies across onto the stairs. So let's see if I can do that again. So I surge, I spam click the stairs, I surge, and then I hit bladed dive in the same tick, and it flies across. So I got a good amount of rune crafting done. If we zoom in on these runes, you can see that I have about 4,000 miasma runes, 8,600 flesh runes, 20k bone runes, and about 40k spirit runes. I figure I'm going to stop here. It's took me about like an hour and a half, but it's a good amount for me to be able to test to see how much of each rune I end up using. So I know how much rune crafting I'll have to do in the future, but I think these amounts should be good enough to last me for quite some time anyway. So let's get into some more actual necromancy progress. The prep work is done. All right, so the first upgrade we're doing is the tier 70. So we got the list, and the list has us making a fish pie, killing all the Barrows brothers, and 100 souls from dragons. So let's get to that. So I was fishing and it kept getting rainbow fish, so I decided to try to get a trout from a divine location at the Garage dungeon, and I caught a gourmet impling that gave me the fish pie I needed. So that's one thing knocked off the list. So we did the Barrows run, we finished up our 100 dragon souls, and we have the fish pie. Let's get over to Killy and make some tier 70 tank armor. And that is the knowledge to make tier 70 done. So let's get on to the tier 80 tank armor set, because I finished the tier 80 power armor, obviously. And let's see what we need to do. So we got to go get ourselves a red berry pie. We got to go and charge the spirit bound hammer by taking this hammer to each of the God Wars altars, and 150 monsters for a Slayer task. Let's get to it. We did a Celestial Dragon task, or most of a Celestial Dragon task, to fill up our soul urn. We also do have our red berry pie sitting right here and the spirit bound hammer. So let's go talk to Killy. And now we can make the tier 80 tank armor. So I just turned the tier 60 armor into tier 70 armor, and now we're on our way to making some tier 80 tank armor, which is going to be my best in slot armor in order to boost my life points for now. And with this hood, we have the achievement for tier 80 Death Warden armor. So obviously with that last clip, I finished a full set of tier 80 tank armor. As you can see here, I've got 2 sets of tier 80, 1 power, 1 tank. So I need to do the tier 90 sets next. Now I know what both the requirements are for both the tank set and the power armor set. So I've decided I'm going to do the tank set first, as it's a little bit easier, which will give me access to tier 90 weapons, and then do the power armor set with the tier 90 weapons. So let's talk to Killy, get to the next one, and do tier 90. So we have our task list that has a scroll bar. So we're gonna get a blueberry pie. There's a set on the wiki that tells me how to do that. I need to get 10 necrotic series of the seals of the Furies. So basically, and for the rest of the God Wars, 2 dungeon bosses. So basically, I have to go kill these bosses with 25 greater necroplasm on me, and then turn them into the stuff I need to get those seals. And we need a pulsating onyx by killing doing a fight cave run, as well as finishing a soul reaper task. Now the nice part is, if I switch this over to my soul reaper, I do have a hellweir task, which will knock out 2 of those right out the gate. Then I'll have to do the rest of the God Wars dungeon 2 and do a fight cave, and then I'll finish it up with getting my blueberry pie. So let's get into it. So we're going to start off with some hellweir kills to get to both my reaper and the first seals I need. So let's get into it. Oh my goodness, so I'm halfway through and I realize I haven't been summoning my conjures before the fight. Let's maybe that's part of the reason my kill times are not very good. All right, so I made a few mistakes there, but even just using the conjures took off another 20 seconds, so there's that. All right, so I screwed that kill up a whole lot. I have all the energy that I need, but I screwed that kill up a whole lot, and I still ended up beating it out just because of split soul. So there's that, I guess. So I ended up with the best time of those 10 hellweir kills being this last one at 48 seconds. Still not great, but it was slowly improving. I think I know what I did wrong, so let's keep trying with the other God Wars Dungeon 2 bosses and see how it goes. So we finished up getting the 10 hellweir seals, as well as finishing up my Reaper task. Went pretty poorly, if I have to say so, honestly. Typically averaging around 50-ish seconds. The best kill time I had was around 44, 45 seconds. I know what I was doing wrong. It's just getting used to the rotations, but overall still not too bad in my opinion. I think we can definitely improve it a whole lot, but we will have to keep on working at it. All right, the first Vindicta kill was a PR and down to 49 seconds. Obviously, I haven't done Vindicta in a while, but that's actually not bad. I do want to caveat that by saying my Vindicta PR has not been done in a long time. I haven't done any Vindicta since probably like tier 80s of Melee, which was years and years ago. Holy crap, that is down to 40 seconds. I didn't even vuln bomb and I got another PR down to 36 flat. Oh, and I didn't have my adrenaline potion for that kill either. And yet another PR down to 31.2. All right, this is kind of a little bit ridiculous, but I finished the Vindicta and Gorvet kills. As you can see up here, we did 5 because I had a task of 10. And we are down to our 10 total Seals of the Dragon Riders. Now, each of those kills ended up PRing, which is kind of neat. And they all PR'd without me actually turning on my full book on accident. Whoops. We started with a PR of 52.2 seconds. But I screwed up a whole lot. And that's another PR of 52.2. Again, I screwed up a lot, so hopefully this next one will go a little better. Interesting, apparently you cannot use Invoke Death on them because their HP never actually drops below that point. I don't know how this ended up happening, but I got a 40.2 second kill, which apparently is not a PR. Don't know how that happened. Apparently I got a 38 second at some point. I don't know when that happened, but apparently I missed that one. But that is also all of my Twin Furies seals that I need. So let's get on to Greg. All right, the second kill gives me a PR of a 49.8 seconds. I know, I'm very bad at this game. Hey, there we go, a 31.8. That's much more in line with what it should be. Hey, 28.8, and I didn't even death mark that time. All right, somewhere between 35 and 36 seconds, probably, or 35 to 39 seconds has been the average about that for those last few, but we finished up all of our Greg kills as well now. But in order to charge these 10 Seal of the Furies, we need to restore 10 artifacts from the Infernal Source. I still had all these possession statues from the Porter buff event, so let's go fix these up. And we got one more to fix in 3, 2, 1, and pow, there's all 10 powered Seal of the Furies. And to power up the Cyware seals, we need to open the crystal chest 10 times. So let's open these guys up. And that is the 10 powered Seals of the Cyware. After that, we have to absorb Dragonfire 10 times with a lesser bone shield or greater bone shield and the Seals of the Dragon Riders. So let's just go punch this steel dragon really quick and then back away. 1, that's 2, that's 3, turn off auto retaliate, 4, 5, oh, that's actually 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is 10 powered up Seal of the Dragon Riders. And finally, to charge the Seals of the Faceless, we need to make Miasma runes. So let's just power burst and kapow. That's all 10 of those guys done as well. So if we do a quick check of the list, we have all these seals all done and taken care of. We have the Soul Reaper taken care of. So now we just got to get our Blueberry Pie and do the Pulsating Onyx, which means the Fight Caves. All right, so that is the Jad done, and we got our Inert Crystal all taken care of. So here we are with Killy. If I open up the upgrade task list, you'll see that everything is checked off. So let's go talk to Killy, and there it is, the ability to make tier 90 Death Warden. So let's go make this tier 90 equipment, and that is a full set of Death Warden tier 90 complete. Unfortunately, it is unaugmented, which means I'm probably not going to be using this anytime soon, but it is my best in slot bonfire boosting equipment now. And let's make some tier 90 weapons. And we are now proud owners of a tier 90 Skull Lantern and a tier 90 Death Guard. With that, the next stop in our process is talking to Killy again to be able to make the final piece of equipment that we need, which is some tier 90 power armor. Let's go grab that list. So if we open the list, we see we need to kill an Araxor with the Ensouled Cloth in our inventory. We need to go kill either Virago, Telos, or Solak, and then we need to kill Ambassador. Even though the Araxor kill does not require me to use Necromancy, I'm definitely going to be using Necromancy for it. So the start is Araxor. As you can see, darkness is going to be the path that is blocked, so we're going to try it with path number 2. And we're off to Araxi. That actually didn't go too bad. We got a kill time of 348, which is the first time I'm doing Araxi, so I want to use the Greater Ensouled Cloth on the corpse, and we have the Venomous Cloth. Let's see what we get. Scales. All right, you know what? Can't re-roll this. Rip. All right, so up next we have Telos. Now, fun fact, I've killed Telos only one time in the entire time I've been playing RS, so, and I completely forgot almost all of it. So, this should be, fun and interesting. Let's give it a go. Wow. Whoa. Oh. Rip. Oh, no. Yay. Took me 3 tries, but I did it. Let's see what we get from the rewards. Ooh, nice energies. I like that. So we're spending a whole lot of time pre-prepping a whole bunch of impure essence, and with that, oh no, I missed it. Whoops. So as I was saying in the last clip, we were spending some time pre-prepping a whole lot extra pure essence, or impure essence rather, because of the hero pass. There's that necromancy challenge. But with this shambling horror, we hit 105 necromancy. Obviously in the last clip, I missed that third corrupted glyph, so we didn't get the level last time. I decided to take some time to knock out this final complete necromancy rituals thing for the hero pass, because this will get me a whole lot of stuff. Obviously, not a huge fan of it, as I said in that video, but you know what? Might as well grab it. And then on top of that, knocking out 100 impure essence rituals gets me a whole lot of impure essence, which should basically last me forever. So this is the last one. Let's see what I end up with. So after knocking out those 100 rituals, we ended up with a total of 125k impure essence. This should be good for several thousands, tens of thousands of each of every rune, so I should be set on those outside of rune crafting them for quite some time. So with having the tier 90 tank armor now, I decided I would redo some of our perks. So here we did roll our first invigorating form mobile for our necromancy sets, and a little biting 2 undead slayer for a cheap temporary biting perk. We're going to try to get a perk that I always struggle with. It took me almost like 100 attempts to get it for my other sets, and I still need one more. So we're going to try it in 12. Crackling 4. We're going for C4, R5. Oh my god, I got it in 3. Let's freaking go. And we're going to roll for an impatient 4 devoted 2 just for temporary use. And there it is. And I want to roll for one more biting 2 undead. And there's that. And we're rolling for one more invigorating mobile. Invigorating 4 rip. Try again. And we have enough culinary components to try this again, so we failed again. I hate rolling for perks. And here we go again. No. I hate that culinary stunt, or my gatekeep to try and get invigorating 4 mobile, but we're here again trying to get it again. Yes, it's done. And I realized I needed to grab one more impatient 4 devoted 2. That's not it, chief. And let's shoot for that again. Still not it. And we go for it one last time. There it is. So now if we look at our power top and our tank top, or power armor and our tank armor, I should say, our top for the power has biting 2 undead, impatient 4 devoted 2, and our power bottoms have crackling 4 relentless 5, as well as invigorating 4 mobile. For the tank setup, it's basically the same thing. Biting 2 undead, invigorating 4 mobile, with crackling 4 R5 and impatient 4 devoted 2. I just realized we're almost in the middle of the month and I haven't done my oyster yet. Let's check what we got from the first roll, and we got some Gothic Spages. And we grab our seaweed, grab ourselves the cucumber from fishing, and we toss them both inside of the oyster, and we reset the oyster. And for number 2, we get a fortunate. Hey, nice. Doing the fishing at the oyster for the second time, and we get 114 fishing. All right, for Remains of the Necrolord, we have to do 2 of these sagas, so let's get started with the Vengeance Saga. And we play Saga. And that is the Vengeance Saga completed. Okay, so I feel really dumb because I spent the last hour doing Dungeoneering floors 18 to 22 trying to find the damaged device. Apparently, I already had it, so I just wasted a whole lot of time. But let's get into the Nadir Saga. All right, so I've been at this for quite some time trying to find the last memory spot. This is starting to get really annoying. Apparently I have to find the right spots in order to unlock the quest. Oh my god, I think that's it. Yes! Wow, I have to do this shit again. Well, I screwed up this memory, so I have to redo the saga. Been moving a little slow for this episode, but it's October. We have our new oyster, and we got nothing out of our first batch. Let's see what happens with number 2. Oyster number 2. Nothing. Feels bad. Damn, this episode's been a long time in the making. This is number 3 oyster, I believe, for this episode. And for the first oyster on this month, we are getting nothing good. And let's see what we get from attempt number 2. We use the monthly on giant oyster, and wham! Ooh, full helm ornament kit. Kind of useless. So it's probably been like a minute for you guys, but it has been a month over a month for me. So we're retrying the Nadir Saga. I've been super unmotivated to play lately, but I've had a sudden itch. So let's hopefully not screw it up this time. All right, first one I got the first try, and number 2 on the first try. Holy crap, this is so much easier now. And I think we have another probe incoming. Indeed we do. So the way I've been doing this is I just search around until I start hearing those pings. So let's hopefully get it again on the first try. Here I'm hearing that ping, so I'll search very, very meticulously, going back and forth until that speed starts to ramp up right here. And there we go. 3 for 3, baby. Alrighty, I think I finished it. Yes, that is done finally. And before doing the next quest, there is one last unlock that I have, which is the Conjure Undead Army ability. Let's go ahead and grab that. Well, would you look at that? I've been AFKing so much over the past couple months that I have finished the Hero Pass. Every last bit done with 17 days to spare. So we're going to get some more progress started by finishing up Remains of the Necrolord. And there's quest complete for Remains of the Necrolord. And we get some decent XP for these 2 skills, Necromancy and Dungeoneering, but obviously Necromancy is not that important since I've been AFKing that a whole lot to 114. And with today's new release, we got the Death Warden Nexus. Let's go and make that so now I can store all of my Necromancy stuff. Woohoo! So as I said in the last few clips, it's been quite some time since I've played and I've barely done any combat, obviously. So we still have to get the ambassador kill in order to get our tier 90 power set. So what I'm going to do here is get in there with necromancy. I do have a death touch dart available to me. So once I get it down to 50%, I am just going to throw the dart at it and hopefully we should be able to get the item. This is definitely something I've been a little worried about just because, you know, I haven't done any combat in forever. So hopefully this goes well. Well, I forgot to turn on my recorder, but I was doing that. Let's see if the item is in the chest because it wasn't by the ambassador. It's not in the chest either. Wait, where's my item? So we decided since I failed the last one that we would go through and dart the ambi with a friend of mine who also still needed the item. So yeah, almost done with the second run, which is my run. So we'll have that item shortly. All right, you can go ahead and throw your dart. Oh, yep, I got it. Awesome. Thank you. So pulling up the chest, you will see that we have our whatever necroplasm right there. Let's go bank all this. So that's all the Killy tasks done for the tier 90 power requirements. Let's go talk to Killy, finish my upgrades. And he's done telling me how to upgrade it. Got my notes. And we upgrade the hood, upgrade the top, upgrade the gloves. Can't upgrade anything more. Got to get more stuff from the bank. We upgrade the legs. Or the boots rather. And uh-oh, what am I missing? Oops, I didn't have enough hermetic plates. So we're in need of 2 more hermetic plates in order to finish my tier 90 set. So I set up my AFK bar and let's knock those 2 out of here. And there's one of the hermetic plates that I need. So if you're curious, originally I did actually have enough hermetic plates to finish the tier 90 set, but I made an extra tier 70 top and bottom specifically for something else that I'm doing AFK in the spare time. So that's why I needed the 2 more plates. And we're almost done though, so there's that. Neato, I've killed 300 Hermod. Hey, 115 Necromancy. Hey, the final plate, let's go. And now here we go. We can upgrade that bottom. Pow, and that is everything that I need to be able to make. All right, here we are, ready to start Alpha versus Omega. And here we go. And there he goes. Feels good. And so it is done. Alpha versus Omega is finished, and now we get to talk to Death. God damn it, this is the longest conversation ever. There we go. And there it is, all done. And that sweet 150k Necromancy XP, which is basically nothing. Thank you for watching episode 54 of From Chump to Champ. If you want to check out how our Rasial progress is going to go, be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.